Hi guys, it's Simon Reynolds here, and I hope you're having a really powerful start to the new year. What I thought I'd do is give you a few tips to make sure that you get started with your new year progress in your business really fast, powerful, dynamically and progressively. I want to make sure that your first quarter is really strong. So here's some tips that you may want to take on board for how you can do that. The first is to get really clear on your 90-day goals. This is the beginning of the year. We have always in our coaching believed that working in 90-day increments is a really good idea because it's a long enough period that you can get some substantial stuff done, and in addition to that, it's short enough that it puts a bit of pressure on you. So first of all, today, if you haven't already done it, get clear on your 90-day goals. What are you going to achieve? Secondly, sort by the month. So have a look at your goals, and maybe it's just a handful, hopefully not too many. You then look at them and say, okay, if I was to only work on one thing and get one thing completed this month to move my business forward, to move my life forward, what would it be? And then you get very clear on that, and you dedicate the next month to getting that done. Now, if one of your tasks takes more than a month, then you can say, okay, I'm going to get half of it done. But really focus down on the month. Tip 3, less is more. It's been our experience when we coach entrepreneurs from all over the world that if the entrepreneur has a lot of goals, they tend to not get that much done. So it's very exciting to come up with a lot of goals and have the belief that you're going to achieve them all. But for most people, the best strategy is less. Just a handful of stuff, maybe 3 things that you would really move your business forward, would really move your career forward, to be done just in the next 90 days. What can you do? What are those 3? Merely thinking about that is very powerful as well. Saying, okay, out of all this stuff, what would really matter? What would really count? Tip 4 is discipline your thinking so that you're only thinking positively. I think this is very important. When we start the year, we've got to have a great mental strength. It's been our experience coaching so many entrepreneurs that where they often let themselves down is they work very hard. You may work very hard, but the mental side isn't there, and we've got a whole lot of strategies in our courses for strengthening the mental confidence of an entrepreneur, and this is one of them. It's really just to say, okay, I'm going to put myself on a thinking diet. You know, we go into the new year aiming to have a food diet. Let's have a thinking diet as well. I'm going to be good to myself. I'm going to replace every negative thought with a positive thought. I'm going to talk to myself very positively, and that takes a lot of mental discipline. You know, it's no different to forcing yourself to the gym and to lift weights or to work out. You've got to do the same thing for mental fitness so that your mind is very strong. It's very positive, because as Holton Buggs once said, you don't get what you want, you get what you picture. And we've got to continuously picture positively, particularly at the beginning of the year. And finally, be urgent early. Be urgent early. What do I mean by that? Well, you know, a lot of people wait till halfway through the year before they really start knuckling down and trying to get something done. I want you to put enormous pressure on yourself in the first 30 days of the year. I want you to say, okay, I'm going to get a stack of stuff done by the time we hit February, all right? So that's a challenge. That's not easy. But by putting pressure on yourself early, you get momentum. That momentum creates confidence. That confidence creates more action, and that action creates more results. So it's a very powerful strategy. So they're my tips for today. I hope they really help you. Just grab hopefully all of them, but if not, at least 1 or 2, and put them into action. We want this year to be absolutely outstanding for you. We're dedicated to making that happen, but we need your help as well. Start with these tips, get moving on them, and make sure you have an extraordinary year.